Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the floor of our theater room because we have to sit down here. I am old as my sciatica is acting up and sitting in this beanbag chair is just not a possibility for me right now, but how are you doing?
I'm good. You guys should really see him trying to get around. He's like hobbled over and he's like, help me. Help me.
My grandma would say this is karma because back in the day when I used to laugh at her when she would be hobbled over like trying to get somewhere, she'd be like, just you wait, one day you're gonna be old as well.
I'm sure your grandma Jenny would be laughing right now.
She probably is. She probably is. She's probably here in spirit laughing at me. So there are a few things that I want to talk about. The first one has to be none other than Farrah Abraham. She has been coming up on my For You page over on TikTok so much. I guess now she does TikToks with her daughter, but I think that she might be in like a big troll type of area to get like some views because the first clip that I saw of her the other day was literally her sitting in her car trying to tell people that she does not have any fillers, that is her just saying they're all natural. And I'm not one to hate on fillers. I've had many fillers in my day. I love my Botox. Clearly I've not had it in a while. Things are starting to migrate in different directions. But what I'm saying is I don't think there's anything more than a troll going on with Farrah when she tries to tell people that there's nothing in that face.
I recognize myself more than I've ever recognized myself, and this is me at 31. I have to say, I look freaking amazing. And this is me natural. So that means injections worn off. That means nothing else. The end.
She tried to say basically that her fillers have been dissolved. She does not have anything going on. That is her at 34. Did you say 34?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a lot of people that hate Farrah, especially on Twitter. I'm always seeing people drag Farrah Abraham. And I grew up on Teen Mom, and I don't even know all the tea that's going on with her, but people do not like her. And another one that they don't like is Janelle. Do you remember when Janelle ripped off the Frenemies logo and then tried to pretend like she didn't know what she was doing?
I remember when Janelle tried to throw shade at myself and a few other drama channels when she was getting called out for something. I don't remember exactly what it was for, but Janelle is very problematic herself. I feel like a lot of people that come from that Teen Mom show are problematic. I came across this other clip of Farrah Abraham, and this is where I have to say, I don't know if she's actually selling this on the internet. I don't know if this is a troll. I do believe that this could possibly be legit, because you remember Stepanka and how she was selling her farts in a jar and then it like wound her up in the hospital?
Yes.
Stepanka apparently made like really good money selling her farts. It was like very lucrative for her.
That whole process just sounds gross to me. I saw a TikTok of her doing that where she would fart in the jar and then seal it up. It was like literally a mason jar. Who thought that up? There was that girl that sold bath water. Like,
she made a lot of money too.
That's so strange.
The things that people will buy. Well, in this clip, Farrah is literally standing there holding some toilet paper, and then she simulates like how she would wipe like front and back, puts it in the little jar, and she wraps it up and she mails it off to someone.
Oh, so cool. And you get a video of me making it for you. So I do my number, and I went back, and then I put it in here, and it goes in there, and then I cork it, I get saran wrap, I wrap it all up, I put a special message on it, and your name, and I don't know, just sending you blessings of this year in a lucky jar. And I found the cotton ball keeps the smell the best ever, and the saran wrap protects this, and some bubble wrap in a little package, and next day shipping, boom, right to you. I just said, oh well about the fart, and I just went with the real deal. Yeah. Okay, loves, so I can't wait to send this to you.
So who is buying Farrah Abraham's shitty kitty paper? Who's in the market for that? Like, what website is she selling this on?
I just want to know, who wants Farrah Abraham's clitty litter? Like, nobody asked for that. We don't want that. Like, toilet paper crumbs and all.
Such an iconic moment in internet history. Trisha Paytas, toilet paper crumbs.
No, I'm still shook by the fact that she's trying to sell her shitty toilet paper. Like, a wise drag queen once told me, I would do anything for love, but I won't do scat. But, like, who is buying that shit?
You know, actually, there have been rumors before when people would talk about like the Dubai porta potty girls that Farrah Abraham has gone on several trips. We don't know for what, and I don't know the backstory of those trips, but there have been rumors out there that Farrah Abraham could be a porta potty girl.
If you think about it, it's not too far-fetched. If she's already wiping her ass to sell like used toilet tissue, maybe that's something just to hold those people over until she can get back over there. If you will shit on somebody, you will allow somebody else to shit on you, girl.
Do you think that this whole like porta potty type thing is just like it happens to them, someone shits on them, or do you think there's like activities that have to go on in said shit?
Are
they playing in the doo-doo?
I can't. I'm sure they're playing in the doo-doo.
Oh wow.
They're playing in the doo-doo. That would just be an overwhelming experience for me. I think it would be too much, and I would just simply die and pass away. Like scents and smells and odors. Like imagine receiving Farrah Abraham's dirty toilet tissue in your mailbox. Like, that should really, is that not hazardous material? Like, why are we mailing people shit?
There has to be a special label for sure.
I'm sorry, but if COVID taught me anything, it's that y'all need to wash y'all's hands and quit selling shit in the mailbox.
Moving on from that, Makeup by Mario is getting talked about over on TikTok right now because he has released a new Moisture Glow product for the lips. And a lot of people are having an issue with one of the shades Poppy. It's literally bleeding all over their lip line and getting into every single little crevice around their lips.
Hey y'all, I wasn't gonna film this, but I just put this on and this is my first time trying it. And I have tried so many different lip products. If you have been supporting me on IG, you know I do a daily tutorial Monday through Friday. And I've never had a lip product do this. Do you see this? Ever. I don't know how I feel about that. It just feels like it wants to run away to every part of my face and mouth. It's on my teeth, and it was really on my teeth. I even did the trick where I stick this in there and take it out, and then that usually helps. This is a fascinating formula, and it kind of just keeps pouring down. I'm not enjoying myself. Let me try a nude color. Soft nude does this. Maybe it was just because it was dark. And now this one is separating.
Honestly, in the TikToks, it looks gross to me. Like, I can't wait to see Michaela say that she loves it. It's going to be a Makeup by Mario video.
Oh no, it's going to be very interesting because I have not seen Michaela, Meredith, I have not seen Alex Earl talk about it. I have not even seen Glamzilla talk about it. Although I did see Glamzilla underneath someone's comment saying that she just picked hers up at the store and she's going to be reviewing it soon. So it's going to be very interesting to compare like a Glamzilla, a Michaela, and a Meredith and how their review is, because you know that Meredith just did that video with Mario.
Mario came to mind.
Well, you know Michaela sucks his ass every chance she gets, so I'm sure she's going to give it a glowing review.
Well, the shade that everyone's having an issue with is shade Poppy, and that is like the brightest shade in this new launch.
I promised you an in-home evaluation of the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Color. Here it is, left side in Poppy. What I have on my right side is a development sample Lacquer Ink Lip Shine by Shiseido. The thing that you need to understand is that the design of the finish of both of these was meant to be the same, except the sensoriality of this Moisture Glow is untouchable. However, the very thing that makes this product special, which is that encapsulated molecule that they're talking about with the water and texturally incredible, is exactly what's creating a feather splatter effect. Because of how thin the formula is, and because of the nature of this thinness and the wateriness of the formula and that freshness, it's literally finding every single crevice of my lip and the lip area around my lip, and it's kind of hibernating right in there. It's like the pigments getting locked in the little lines of my lips. This is about 30 minutes of wear. This is why it's so important to do your evaluation in store and go home and do your at-home evaluation. And I always encourage you to do exactly what I did, do split lip. The truth is, this is something that I would have to return. This is doing opposite of the effect that I expected it to when I purchased it. That's for you to decide when you take your product home and try, because it's very possible that the other shades won't have this experience, or that you won't have this experience because you don't have as many lines around your lips as I do. I will say this for complete clarity. This feels 10 times heavier than this. The slip and the grip is just totally a different lip experience, but the finish is way more desirable here. It's worth it to help us advance technologically and try new things. There will be people that this is gonna work for, but unfortunately, formulas aren't always gonna work for everybody, and that's okay too.
I think out of every beauty influencer over on TikTok, the one that I'm most interested in seeing their review of it is going to be Glamzilla, because since this Poppy shade is the brightest one, you know that Glamzilla is all about the bright. She loves to label things as hot fire, and she just came out with that nude stick collaboration. That's a very bright red. So it'll be very interesting to see if Glamzilla has the same kind of reaction, or if she even mentions that it does bleed a little bit for people that maybe don't have like the most full lips, or maybe they are a little bit older.
I will say though, it is a very pretty color. I liked it. It just it honestly, in my opinion though, when it separates like that, it looks gross. Like something's going on there.
It literally looked like it was separating on the one lady's lip.
Maybe he should call Jaclyn Hill up and ask her for some advice.
Well, he actually runs a makeup brand, so I don't think he'll have time to do that, but it'll be very interesting to see how this turns out with the other beauty influencers out there, and if they're going to give that select shade like glowing reviews. I want to see like a wear test. Like, I don't want to see like a quick swatch. I've seen so many TikToks of people just swatching it really quick and then taking it off and doing the next shade. I want to see how it wears. That's what I'm curious about.
That's where the real tea is.
So moving on from that, we have to talk about this proposed TikTok ban once again, because somebody actually read the bill over on TikTok and compiled a list of all the key parts from it. Because honestly, I was not about to sit there and read all that, so shout out to the person that actually did. But one of the parts that I found very interesting about that is that they want to go after the VPNs. And that's going to take it to a whole new level other than TikTok, because do you know how many people use a VPN to watch things from like the UK or like from over in Europe?
How we use the internet is about to fundamentally change forever, and it's terrifying. This is Bill S686, also known as the Restrict Bill. You'll probably know it as the TikTok ban bill, but it does so much more than just that. It actually does more than any bill I think we've ever seen. I encourage everyone to read it by going here and clicking the text tab, but here are the main takeaways. Foreign adversaries can change by definition, but a few are already listed. They are the People's Republic of China, including Hong Kong, Special Administration Region, the Republic of Cuba, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and of course, the Russian Federation and Venezuela under the regime of Nicolas Maduro Moros. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but these definitions can change at any time. The bill covers hardware technology like modems, routers, and home cameras, and virtual tech like VPNs, and basically bans them if they are manufactured by or used to contact and deal with foreign adversaries. Speaking of VPNs, using VPNs to bypass banned apps such as TikTok is made a criminal act under this bill, and the penalty, it's a minimum imprisonment of 20 years and a minimum fine of $250,000 or $1 million, depending if you knowingly did so to access banned content. The bill gives the federal government the power to monitor any activity used by these suspected devices, virtual or otherwise. Essentially, they can monitor what you are doing at home 24/7 without even informing you. This includes things such as routers, video games, streaming apps, smart thermostats, Ring cameras, basically anything that uses the internet. Now, the real terrifying part of all of this, as if that all wasn't terrifying enough, is that the bill goes on to state that this will happen by the president appointing a secretary of communication. That secretary then forms a group on their own without any voter input whatsoever. This group can have meetings behind closed doors. They don't have to disclose anything. They can ban and deem anything inappropriate or a risk to security at any moment in time. And if they do, they can go through your instant messages, your emails, text, basically anything that uses the internet, and they can censor it. So in summary, this bill can effectively ban anything the government deems inappropriate extremely quickly without warning. The ramifications of this range from breaking up mass communication methods to even watching the cameras in your home, aka spying on you. It really is that bad, and I am not speaking in hyperbole. Please contact your reps. I have a video on my TikTok ban playlist on how to find your representatives and tell them if they vote for this, you will support their opponents in their next primary. If I missed anything in this bill, please let me know in the comments. Share this information with anyone and everyone. I will be covering this bill and the TikTok ban throughout, so to stay informed, please make sure to follow.
I think what a lot of people are getting confused about because they've labeled this the TikTok ban is it's not just a ban on TikTok. There's many things that go into this. Like, this would be giving our government like complete and total access to your indoor cameras, outdoor cameras, your Wi-Fi networks, all these different things.
Does TikTok access my Wi-Fi?
Does TikTok access my home's Wi-Fi network? Us Congress people should really feel embarrassed. They should feel embarrassed and ashamed. And I saw a lot of people commenting on my video about it, and they're saying, oh, we lived before TikTok, we'll live after. It's not just about TikTok. Like, it would suck if TikTok went away, but if this bill goes through, it's so much more than just TikTok that's at stake. If there's a website like YouTube, Twitter, any website that the government doesn't agree with.
Well, you know they definitely do not agree with the Twitter.
No, Twitter.
Especially
Twitter
now that Elon bought it.
Twitter is a hellscape. But if there's a combined audience on that platform, any platform of 1 million people or more, they can basically just shut it down if they want to. And that's what's scary about it for me. And I even saw this TikTok where this girl wrote her state representative, and she got a good response, but at the end it said, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. When this whole thing, in my opinion, is about Meta, like, that's shady, and they know what they're doing.
I saw a TikTok from a creator, and she called her state representative, and she said they answered right after the first ring, and she has like 1.3, like 1 point something million followers over there, and she was letting them know. She was like, if you guys actually vote to remove TikTok, she's like, I will use my vote next time, and I will let everyone know on that platform not to use their vote for you if they are in that district. It'd be really crazy to me if the reason that people actually got out in 2024 and decided to take their happy ass on down to the polls was because TikTok was banned. Like, that's the reason that y'all decided to get out and vote? Because of TikTok?
What really sucks about this growing up is we were always taught that the internet was the future and the internet was going to bring us all together. And once it brought us all together, they're like, no, you guys are getting way too close. You're too together, so we're going to have to separate you. And that's what I think the Restrict Act is, in my opinion.
So moving on from that, first of all, you guys might have noticed that there is a change in the positioning of us right now. And that is because my sciatica is really acting up, and it is so fucking painful that I had to lay down. But I could not let that prevent me from delivering the news about Glamzilla, because I know we were talking about her a little bit earlier, but we have to talk about her once again. The reason that Glamzilla is getting talked about right now is because she uploaded this Stanley Cup review over on her Instagram story. Now this one did have an ad really large on the top of the screen. It is not like that over on her TikTok, just on her Instagram. And I have noticed that she has been doing that a lot more since she's been getting called out like nonstop for not disclosing. But at the bottom of this clip, she said that it was a paid partnership and she was receiving some money for it, but they are not paying her for like a glowing review. They want total honesty from her, and that's what she's gonna get. So you watch the clip and it's of course her just sucking Stanley Cup's ass, but people are saying that Glamzilla is coming off a little bit desperate because she's saying to everyone out there, like, my family is obsessed with this. I just know that they're going to be wanting these from me. And no, you're not getting one. But Stanley Cup, could you please like help me out? Because they really want them.
As you know, I've got a big flex. As you know, I'm a Stanley Cup girl. When the Stanley Cup first went viral, this was the baby. I freaked out. I got it in New York. It was worth every US dollar I spent on it. And then I was lucky enough to get a Stanley Cup that was customized and bedazzled at a brand event. And this became my go-to. Like I use this all the time. Like literally, it's the only thing that keeps my water super, super cold. Okay, here's the flex. I have a new Stanley Cup. Yep, it's my favorite color, green, and it's the perfect pastel for spring. But wait! I have 2 new Stanley Cups that are green and perfect for spring. I know, I'm freaking out about it. I can't believe this is my thing, actually. I'm a mother. I love them so much. And really and truly, this entire stories is just a flex to my family members and my friends. Because I know y'all want one. Y'all not getting one. But, Stanley Cup. Honey, I'm being bombarded. I know right when they see this, they're going to ask for them. So please, help a girl out.
Do you think that people are looking for tits on an ant with this, or do you think that Glamzilla was a little desperate? Do you think that Glamzilla uses this Stanley Cup all the time as well? I will say though, that one green, I kind of liked that green. I'm not getting another Stanley Cup. I'm not doing it. I still have not taken the other one back to Target. But I also have not used it.
I do think it was tits on an ant, but it was super suck-assy in my opinion.
Well, to be completely honest, I feel like a lot of Glamzilla's videos, sponsored or not, are very suck-assy to the brand because we have now been exposed. Thank you, Manny MUA, for letting us know that brands can go back and actually purchase a video from a TikToker. But even from Glamzilla's own words, she says that she thinks that people are confusing like a sponsored post with somebody like fishing for a sponsorship. So once she said that, it's solidified in my mind that that is what she does all the time. And that's why she's always like, oh, like just like freaking out about these products, and they are like hot fire. So with all that said, everyone, you'll have to let us know down below if you think that Glamzilla was sucking the ass of Stanley Cup, or if you think that she actually uses those Stanley Cups all the time. I mean, she has to. I feel like she would have to use that like rhinestone one all the time. I personally would use a rhinestone Stanley Cup all the time. It would be so fucking heavy though. Could you imagine?
It would be.
It's already heavy to begin with. What happens if you drop it?
You could break a toe.
What happens if you drop it? I've never seen anybody explain what happens if you drop a rhinestone Stanley Cup. And I just imagine that people are banging it into shit all fucking day long.
It wouldn't be good.
And if you guys have made it this far in the video, please leave the hand emoji down below, and we will see you guys all in our next video. Bye!